sun is not just a source of scorching heat, but a beam of boundless and limitless energy. Picture rooftops covered not just with thatch, but with sleek solar panels, capturing the sun's energy completely. This is not just a dream, it is a tangible reality that we can achieve together. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm excited to shed light on a topic that holds the key to a more sustainable and energy-abundant future: solar energy. According to a Punch News report in 2022, 40% of Nigerian households use generators and spend $14 billion annually. The cost of purchasing generators was an estimated $500 million between the years 2015 and 2019. Though Nigeria's electrification rate is above the sub-Saharan regional average of 47%, it lags significantly behind its peers across the globe and across the continent. Nigeria has an average of 7 hours of electricity per day. We have 24 hours in a day, and out of that 24 hours, 7 hours is only supplied with electricity. 7 hours is also the average sleep time for an adult. 7 hours is also the average school time for a student like myself. Imagine the time we spend sleeping or the time we spent in school is the amount of time that power supply is in our homes. That power supply will be considered useless because we weren't awake or we were in school learning. We weren't able to use the power supply. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people, and over 85 million people are not connected to and cannot receive electricity from the grid. Nigerians who do have access to power also have to contend with its poor quality, typically exhibited by epileptic supply. And they have to turn to an alternative source of energy, most prevalently diesel generators, an expensive and dirty source of energy. Diesel generators are expensive, diesel generators are noisy, and the emissions from the exhaust pipe of diesel generators, carbon monoxide, has a high affinity for hemoglobin, and when it is inhaled by humans, it removes the oxygen from the red blood cells and takes the place of the oxygen, thereby suffocating the human, which leads to death. I'm sure we have all had some experiences with no power supply. I'm sure we all love to watch television. We all know the pain of watching our favorite TV series and suddenly the power supply is interrupted. We all know the pain of watching our favorite football match and suddenly the power supply is interrupted. We all know the pain of watching the finale of our favorite Nigerian competition show, for example, Nigerian Idol, and suddenly the power supply is interrupted. Another instance I have is the desktop. Many people would prefer to buy a laptop to a desktop. Why, you may ask? Because a laptop can be charged. And in this country of ours, where the power supply is not constant, you have to charge all your devices as soon as you have the opportunity. Desktop, immediately the power goes or the power supply is interrupted, your work is not saved, your work has gone forever, except you have an uninterrupted power supply. But laptop can be charged, and you can save your work immediately. The last instance I have is a blender. People are always saying, eat healthy, live healthy, exercise. And yes, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make smoothies and fruit juices with a blender. But unfortunately, when the power supply is interrupted, the blender stops working. And we can't just turn on the generator just because we want to blend or just because we want to complete a document in Microsoft Word or just because we want to watch a TV show. Fuel is expensive these days. What if we could have an alternative source of energy? Oh wait, we do, solar energy. We live in Africa, don't we? The hottest continent in the world. We are blessed with an abundance of resources, and one of them is the sun. To begin, solar energy is energy gotten from the sun. It is a renewable source of energy, meaning you don't ever use it up, and meaning it can never be depleted. It is a clean source of energy. It creates no carbon emissions, and it creates no greenhouse gases, which destroys the ecosystems, causes climate change, global warming, and destroying humans at large. Now, we have many types of solar technologies, such as solar panels. Solar panels are panels that use a type of solar technology called photovoltaic cells, which captures the sun's energy, even on cloudy days, and converts it into direct current, then through an inverter into alternating current, fed through our meters, then to our homes. Most prevalently, I'm sure all of us here have seen or have heard about a solar panel. Solar panels are the most common type of solar technology. But what if I tell you that solar panels are not the only type of solar technologies? We have other types of solar technologies. Firstly, thin film solar cells. Thin film solar cells are cells that are used to power appliances with fewer power requirements. They are also less expensive. Secondly, we have hybrid solar setup. Hybrid solar setup can be defined as a type of solar technology that utilizes solar energy and another type of renewable energy form, such as wind or water. This creates more energy for humans to use and businesses to use. We also have solar paint. Scientists, researchers, and inventors are developing a paint that can absorb the sun's energy and convert it to solar energy that will be used. Last but not the least, we have building integrated photovoltaics, BIPV. Building integrated photovoltaics can be defined as buildings that are covered with solar panels on the roofs, the walls, and the windows. This type of solar technologies utilize the sun's energy completely. They are also my favorite type of solar technology because they serve as an attractive design feature. Everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage, and there are many disadvantages of solar technologies or solar energy, such as intermittent cost of installing solar panels, and solar panels doesn't work on every roof type. But though we have these disadvantages, the advantages are more than the disadvantages. The pros are better than the cons. For example, we can use Destiny Christian Academy as a case study. Destiny Christian Academy generator is 500 kilovolt amperes. The amount of fuel consumed in a week is 300 liters per week. The cost of diesel is 1,560 naira per liter. The naira to dollar exchange rate is 1,500 naira to $1. The cost of diesel spent weekly is 4.68 million naira or $3,120. The cost of diesel monthly is 18.72 million naira or $12,480. After 200 hours of use, the generators need servicing and the filters need to be changed. There are 4 filters in Destiny Christian Academy's generator, and each filter costs 5,000 naira. And the total cost is 20,000 naira or $13.3. The cost of the engine oil is 58,000 naira, or $38.7. Now, we can see the price I just broke down for you. And you know that this money is not a small or little amount of money. This money can be used to do other things, such as improvement of the school facilities and so on. The school can use this kind of money to do amazing feats. But imagine, we are spending this type of money on just electricity. Meanwhile, we are in Africa, we are in Nigeria, and we're always complaining of heat. And we have the sun, a free resource, looking at us, waiting for us so that we can use it. Imagine if we could have solar panels on our roofs. That would reduce the cost of buying fuel, buying generators, servicing the generators, and so on. We can utilize the sun's energy completely. Firstly, governments should invest in technological companies in order that they create new devices and technologies that will be used to absorb the sun's energy completely, such as the solar paint, which is still under research. Secondly, the government should ensure that buildings such as schools, businesses, and hospitals have solar panels on their roofs in order that they utilize the sun's energy completely. Thirdly, scientists and researchers should invent or develop new ways we can integrate solar panels to cars. And lastly, building integrated photovoltaics should be built in the rural areas, also known as villages. Imagine villages having power supply. That would reduce the cost of people buying fuel in the villages. We already know that villages are also known as rural areas, and they don't have as much resources as the big cities, such as Lagos in Nigeria or Abuja in Nigeria. Now, solar energy is free to use. It is free of charge, and it is virtually limitless. The potential of solar energy to combat electricity scarcity is immense. As technology advances and awareness grows, embracing solar solutions becomes not just an environmental necessity, but a practical choice for a sustainable future. Let's collectively work together towards a brighter, cleaner, and energy-abundant future through the power of the sun. Thank you.